Hello everyone, welcome to Rockshire Gaming. My name is Eric. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing on Dodos Riding Dinos, Dodo Dash, the expansion to Dodos Riding Dinos from Detestable Games, Nomo Sapiens, and Draco Studios. This is the Kickstarter edition of the game. The Kickstarter was originally back in 2022. This actually right now, now that I have it, was my longest game that I had been waiting for, coming up on 2 years total for it. So, but it should be worth the wait. So we do have the expansion right here that we are going to be looking at. But one of the things with the Kickstarter campaign for this was that it was for the expansion plus reprint, plus there was a few other things in the that was available on Kickstarter, that was available through BackerKit, that I did go ahead and add. So with that said, today's unboxing is going to be of the expansion for the game. We also have the original game right here, and then there are not one, not two, not three, but four. Let me put them all the right way now I can see. Four other little expansion boxes and promo boxes that you can get with this. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at all this content today in just one big giant video. So let's get started with that. First thing we are going to do is move these things right here out of the way, including the expansion right here. We'll place it over yonder. Oh yeah, by the way, there was also this, which I'm pretty sure is just card sleeves, and another pack that I can't remember what it was for. But we're gonna go ahead and get this one started. So we do have right here our box for Dodos Riding Dinos, Detestable Games, and Nomo Sapiens. The symbols right here are showing game design and art by. We also got published by Draco Studios right here. According to this box, it is for 1 to 8 players, takes 20 minutes for the game, and you have to be 8 years old and up to crack yourself out of an egg. I don't make the rules. It's just right there, plain and simple with that. On the other side, we have our other artwork right there, kind of showing it off. The Dino Island needs a new ruler. The ancient succession ritual has begun. Choose your favorite Dino miniature. Advance the blue and red cards and solve their wacky effects. Some will test your dexterity against your rivals by throwing bananas, flicking dodo eggs, and making meteorites fall. The fastest dodo and dino will claim the Dodosaurus egg throne. That was a lot of words there. Let's see, does have Dice Tower, the best game of this genre right here. My copy right here does say merge with the sequel Dodo Dash right there, and there is some other copyright things and what not there. Also mentions Creature Kingdoms because the company does have quite a few other games that a lot of these other boxes over here kind of cross over with, including, I don't know if it's on late pledge right now still or not. I know the pledge manager is open for it, but the Party Pirate Pandas, I think I'm saying that right. There's a lot of alliteration and everything there. So, but yeah, so that one is on late pledge, I believe, right now. It'd be worth checking out. But we're going to go ahead and open this one up and take a look. Now, one of the things that this is billed as is like a kart racer style game. So I'm very looking forward to that because the kart racer in question is one of my favorite games there is. So we'll take this, and that didn't make it off the table. Throw it over there. And there is our Spot UV. If you can see it a little bit, it's on the logo and the red dinosaur in the front. So there is that. Let's go ahead and take a look, not in a book, but in the box right here. So there is that. This is, I believe, our rule book. Let's see here. We've got, let's see, our components here, which is all 5 bajillion of our racers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 racers total in just this box, not counting the other box right here. So there is a little bit more of the lore of the game, if you will. All the different projectiles, movement cards, set up racer cards right there, defining the track, how to play a single race, different effects of all the different weapons and all of that. The Dino world over there, going over the different tracks. I believe there are 2 double-sided boards in this. Different full game experience, stuff for the full game experience and how to play. So they got the single race and the full game mode there. 1-player mode, 2-player mode, and artificial intelligence option. 8-player game variant over there. The road to El Dodaro. So there is that. Dino Island is a place with many secrets. There is evidence of the creature kingdoms for a link with the sacred city of El Dorado. We found this map and maybe the Dodos have the answer. Find their position in the island and reveal the Dodo message. Maybe the hidden phrase guides you to a treasure. There is that. And then we also do have an achievement list. So, yeah, might have to do that. Be cool to... one of the things I'm thinking about doing with the channel to break away from this is doing like some kind of like championship series of some sort every quarter. So it'd be kind of cool to incorporate this in there for like a kart racer series 1 quarter. So there is our rule book right there, and I always put it up in this corner. We all know full well I'm going to pull it over here and look at the components list anyway, so there is that. Then we've got an errata right here. The aggressive card limit is 1 in games with 1 to 4 players. The limit is 2 in games with 5 or more players. So yeah, there's that. It's the little errata sheet right there in all the various languages that it can be in. So they basically just printed this 1 page up and put it in all the boxes. So we'll put that, we'll throw it kind of in the box. Or in the book. So there's that. Then we've got our maps right here, which we'll put that there for now. So this one actually sparkles. We'll look at that in a minute. Let's see here. We've got our first map right here, and so it looks like this is the starting line, and we kind of go through here and go around here like this, following the different steps. I'm assuming there is a way to either get into the inner track or that you race on the inner track solely. Again, not having read through the book. Yeah, there's an outer track and an inner track. So yeah, looks like you just choose the inner track or the outer track. So there is that. So there is the first track right there, and then it might be upside down. So I don't know if it technically matters, but this is going to be the other track. One difference I already see, and it is upside down, so we'll flip it the right way. That this is our track for fire, and you can definitely see there are symbols here that are not just the normal like go symbols that show some kind of fire symbol. So I'm sure there's something in the book that kind of goes over that right there. So there is that first one, and then we will flip open the second one. We'll go this way first, and we can see that we have what looks like an ice cave of some sort. I can already see there are like a penalty or something like that right here. Some broken bone symbols here. So that will be interesting. Again, the board itself giving a little bit of a challenge for the game. And then we've got our little cosmic map, what it looks like right here. This one actually, I don't know, it's not really visible on the camera, but it does have some kind of like a shimmer to it, if that makes any sense. So I like that. That's pretty cool. I don't know if this is intending to not connect or if it's to show more that it's a what do you call it, like this definitely looks like it's a shortcut of some sort, but I don't know if this is more or less indicating go around here, and then you teleport over here, or if it's supposed to indicate that it's going under it. I don't know, in a figure eight. I don't know, because I haven't read through the rulebook yet. So there is our board. I'm going to leave this one up while we look at everything else, because I think this looks pretty cool. It looks nice. I think this would be, yeah, we're going to do some stuff with this game. Let's just get it. We're just going to say that right away. Did they take this? No, they did not. Thank the Lord. We're going to put that right there, and let's go over what we've got here. Now, with the game, we do have, I don't know if you can see it in the components list, and I'll kind of show it off here in a second. But if you look at the components list down there where the miniatures are, you actually see that there's a miniature, or we'll go here, miniature, and then there is a meeple. It already says in here you can change all meeples, all miniatures to meeples. So you can basically play with the meeples, or you can play with the miniatures themselves. And we'll kind of take a look at that. We always look at the miniatures last, but we will definitely take a look at those comparisons as to which one goes with which. We do have this, sorry about the noise, gigantic dice here, which we will open these up and properly discard of the plastic later. But these look like our two dice. I don't see anything different. They look like they're just normal D6s with dino prints on them, but that is what those look like. One blue and one in red. So nice and chunky to roll. So there is that. We do have deep wells for cards right here. So that way, again, you're going to keep the expansion stuff in its own thing. But yeah, I like that. Those are some deep wells. We will take a look at cards in a minute, but we do have those cards. We have these cards. And then we have in here, it looks like all of our meeples for the dinos, and that we also have all of our projectiles for the dinos. Now, I am going to show this pack off while we talk about this part of the video. I don't remember what this pack is called. If someone wants to tell me, they can. But these are relatively the same components right here. The main difference between the components that I pulled out of that bag and the ones that I pulled out of the box are, one, this is the component that came out of the box. This is the component that came out of the bag. So this is a wooden piece right here. This is foam. This is foam. This is a type of foam right here. This is not at all. I believe this was a new thing with the expansion that they made. You have to tell me on there, but I believe the main reason for it is so that way you actually didn't damage your miniatures, especially if you're going to paint them with the hard wooden tokens, rather than throwing the foam ones at them, because there is I believe a dexterity aspect to the game where you are essentially flinging, there it is, flinging these different things at your opponent's miniatures and whatnot. So there is that right there. So definitely we'll be using probably these in our games. Haven't decided 100% yet, but there is that. So the only other thing in this bag, and we'll show it off with cards, is going to be, I did add sleeves to it. So yeah, oh, we got our high quality silica right there. So didn't make it into the same cup that time. But so let's see here. So these are, let's actually go back to this. I was too busy explaining the differences between the two bags that I didn't actually go over it. So we have these components right here. So we've got our meteorite. That is the red meteorite right there. Then we have our log. It's our log right there. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. So there is that. We have our feather projectile right there. so probably makes you jump. We've got our egg right here. Right there. There's our egg. And then we have bananas. Banana. So there is the bananas right there. And somewhere in here, I've got the first player marker. It's the bigger one. It's the bigger dinosaur in this other pack right here. Now, I don't have the Kickstarter up in front of me, anything like that. So, from the original Kickstarter, I know that I think 8 of these are from the original, like what we're going to have in the game, and at least 4 of them are, hey, we're adding these in the Kickstarter. It's going to be the same thing with the expansion as well, but there's our first player marker right there. That one is a dodo. That's the dodo right there. And all of our other meeples are the dinosaurs. I'm not going to take them all out individually. You can kind of see what some of them look like right there. So it's the dodo or dinosaurs. You can kind of tell on some of them, like this purple one right here. You can see that the dodo, move over. You can see that the dodo is kind of on top of them. I know they're in the plastic. I apologize. I'm sorry. But there is those dodos, and then we've got these dodos right here. Dodos and dinos. Dinos and dodos living together. Mass hysteria. So we've got our cards right here, which these are going to be our 16 power-up cards and our 12 racer cards in this baggie right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So where is there a difference on the backs? No, why would there be a difference on the backs? These are just the 12 racer cards, aren't they? These are not the power-up cards. Power-up cards are in here. I thought, looking at the book, I thought they were all the same size. I apologize. So we'll look at the racers last, maybe. We'll take a look at some of the power-ups first. I need a knife, a kniff for this one. Don't cut yourself, Eric. All right. All right, so gonna have a time sleeving these later. So yeah, these are the power-ups, Dodos Riding Dinos, and then these are our movement cards. So we have them in 3 different flavors: blue, red, and green. So let's look at our power-ups first. It's corn. There's the corn right there. So we got corn. Also, there are different backs right there. So that is the back of those cards right there. It's actually pretty nice looking. So there's that. So we got corn. We've got coconut, bamboo, mango, gummy bear right there. There's gummy bear. Does it bounce? Once per run, during the running phase, you may discard 1 card from your hand and draw 1 card. Okay, so that would have been cooler if that was a bounce move, but that's fine. Let's see, sweet worm, which is gummy worm, chewing gum by the end of each round. If you are in last place, advance 4 hexes. So there is chewing gum. Let's see, blue kiwi, red kiwi. Is there a green kiwi? Is there a green kiwi? No green kiwi. Let's see, blue kiwi, you may discard this card to play a normal card as if it were a reaction card. You may discard this card to play an aggressive card as if it were a reaction. And Dodo map, alright, a banana, and tomato, and a watermelon. So those are the cards right there. Pretty cool artwork on those. I like the artwork in this game a lot. The artwork looks fun. It's very stylized, very cartoony. It definitely conveys like almost like caveman dinosaur kind of vibe to it. So I like the artwork a lot in this game. So we've got our different movement cards that, okay, normal, aggressive, and reaction. So we got our normal cards right here, which is represented by this blue card. I'm not going to show all the cards off. So there are the blue cards right there, and then quite a few things on there. Another banana, ghost, nostalgia, egg, just kind of jumping through them. Overload, rolling log, roll a log of 1 damage. Hit all racers, must get back 3 spaces. So there are the blue ones. We got the red, aggressive one, furtive, whatever that means, right there. So there's an example of that one. Giant meteorite, supplant, dodo wisdom, mega feather right there. So we got that. And then we've got our reaction cards, which Karma, yeah, that's a reaction. Why not? So there is Karma. Again, look on my screen. It looks yellow, but it is definitely like green. You know what? You probably can't see it. What I'm seeing right now is why, and I do realize it's a little blurry. It's still trying to get these cameras figured out. So it looks like, you know, because green, this is what color the Star Trek uniforms were supposed to be, and it's showing up yellow on my screen, which is why we have those colors, and you don't care because, you know, why Star Trek? Anyway, so that is all the cards in the base game. I completely lied because we also have the actual racers. So we've got the racers right here. So there's an example of one of the racers right there, and then the card on the other side kind of going over the abilities and whatnot. And that was the dog barking at God knows what. Let's see, Oberdorfer and the JJs. So like that's like three little dinosaurs or two little dinosaurs just trying to push that little fat dodo along. That's me. Keeson and Achilles right there. Are we gonna look at all of them right there? Can we look at that side? So we'll probably look at this side right here because that's the artwork right there. We don't want to completely spoil all these cards necessarily. So there is Celian Leo, and we've got Stormer and Spencer right there. Look mad. And then we've got Godefrit and Valerie. Right, that one. And then Parks and Chris. Right there. And Oathnil and Tracy. There's that one. Riggs and Sorrow. Osborne and Reynaldo. And Marsh and Spike. And then finally Culver and Patrice right there. So those are going to be our racers. Again, I didn't want to necessarily spoil all of the racers as far as what the cards did. That's why I showed just the artwork side on there. They all do have a, I don't know if that's difficulty because some of them say hard, easy, standard. There was one that said something else. Nope, I guess not. So easy, medium, and hard. So I guess those are the three difficulty levels of those cards. So that is going to be, boom, our racers. And now we'll kind of take a look at our actual racers. So again, I already showed off the meeples that you can have, and they're not like regular meeples where they all look the same. They are vastly different shaped and everything like that. So you can either play the game with the meeples, or you can play the game with the miniatures right here. And again, I've left the cards over there, so I have no idea who any of these are, although this is Culver and Patrice because it's the one I can see right there. So that is pretty cool. And I apparently have a plastic bag right here that is trying to attack. But again, I don't know which one of these were the original 8. This is that one that was being dragged right here. There's that one. So again, I don't know which one of these is from the original game, which one was like a Kickstarter add-on. But there is that one right there. And I'm just going to go down the line. Come on. So this is the blue one right there. That's pretty cool looking. And then we'll go this way. Got green. Right there. And then got black right there. Again, dog. And now my kids are yelling at the dog to be quiet. So we got this one right here. Like I said, these are all very nice sculpts. I'm not necessarily taking the time to go over every little thing on them, but these are all very, very nice. This pink one right there, that is very pink. Looks almost white on my camera, at least my monitor. So there's that. And then we got one that actually is all white. So almost looks like a tauntaun right there. So there's that. Two more. We got our, looks like Triceratops looking one right here. That is like a tealy blue. And then our actual purple one, because this other one was a hot pink, and then we had like light pink. So there is that one right there. So those are all the components, unless something else is in here. Oh, I did find something else in here. There is some artwork on the box. It looks pretty nice right there. I got some extra cards, and I don't know what they are. So, there is that. Was that map thing on the back just to tell me to open the bottom of the thing? Let's see. Nope, no idea. But, yeah, so, yeah, there was apparently extra cards on the bottom. Do I dare? And just in case they're spoilery, turn away now. But they do say that they are scrolls. So we've got, let's see, Leroy chickens. Oh, these are for Dodo Riding Dinos. These two are Dodos Riding Dinos. I don't know. This one might be for the Chicken Island game. I can't remember the name of it, but I know there's another. Yeah, so these I think are some kind of promo for that, I would assume. So we've got Identity Crisis this round. All other racers must go back equal to their speed value instead of advancing. So there's that card right there. And then the Dodorado Idol at the beginning of each race. Add the ability of another racer to yours until the end of the race. Choose a different racer in each race. So there's that. And then I think this is War for Chicken Island, so Scrolls card, and that one right there, Leroy Chickens. Your chicken leader gets +2 strength and +2 armor while standing on another player's territory tile. Leroy Chickens is what I hear when I said that. So there is that. We will pretend that we didn't open that. And we're going to place it right there. So there's that. So that is everything in the core box for Dodos Riding Dinos. But we are not done. We are going to open up the expansion here in just a second. Let me just do some YouTube magic here and get this stuff cleaned up real fast. So that was everything in the main Dodos Riding Dinos game right there. So in interest of space, we will place that down there. We will go after the other box right here. That is what the artwork looks like. That is what the artwork looks like for you. Now the change, for some reason, this does, it says 1 to 6 players. It does say 10 and up. The other box does say 8 and up. So I don't know what else they added in here to change the age stuff right there. So there is the back of our box right there. It does look like we have some similar components here, but I think they're going to be covered because I do feel like this was a standalone expansion, if I remember correctly. Discover the secrets of El Dorado. The best dexterity racing game is back with this sequel that can be played on its own or integrated with the original game of Dodos Riding Dinos. So yeah, you could have just bought this and played this. It would have been all right. Keep racing through the jungle that leads to the Temple of El Dorado. The new tracks feature trap and charm tiles for more chaotic fun on the game board. Advance with movement cards and resolve their fun effects to test your dexterity by throwing projectiles at your rivals. Introducing dash cards to launch your dodo and gain idle cards with epic powers. Meet 9 new dinosaurs with unique abilities, adorable dino meeples, and fantastic miniatures that are fun and easy to paint. The fastest race will discover the mystery of El Dorado. There we go. So these are going to be our components right here. So only one double-sided board in this one, but you know what? We are starting this all fresh. So I essentially have 6 tracks to play with here right out of the box. So I think we are fine with that. So let's go ahead and once again take a look, not in a book, but in the box. So we've got that expansion right there. We will be going over the other boxes here in just a minute. So there is the Dodo Dash rulebook right there. Very simple. I love the fact that they're showing off more of the artwork and not trying to throw a bunch of other crap on the rulebook. But the rulebook is very simple looking. I already see some shiny stuff there. There is our new components list right there, set up again. On here, our how to play, scheming phase, running phase, end of round, end of race, race cards, turn example right there, secrets, projectiles. We got all that, blocking, activation orders, boards, traps, drifting, setup, charms, all of that stuff. Treasure hunt variant for 3 to 4 players, solo mode 2-player game, all that stuff. Once again, more errata right here. Is that the same one though? The aggressive card limit is 1 in games. Yeah, so this is the same thing. So they had no idea which one you're going to buy, so they just put the errata in there all over the place. Mixing the original game with the sequel, so there's how to mix the games right here. Going to place that right there with opening to the components list. So we're going to take the errata, we're going to just throw it in the back somewhere here and get it out of the way. This is super shiny. I don't know if you can see that, all that foil right there. That is pretty cool. So the other game, now that I'm thinking about it, didn't have anything to punch. So this is new for that. It feels like there's 2 boards there, but there's not. So it looks like, what do we got here? What do we got? All right, treasure hunt variant. So we've got our treasure tokens in 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors, 12 of them. We've got our base tiles right here. There's probably some boost cards somewhere. What else? We've got, I think, there's the base tiles right there. We've got trap tiles, charm tile. These are the charm tiles. Let's see, we've got trap bases, these are the trap cards right here. And then connecting tiles right there. I think those are the tiles that may or may not connect to the inner and outer board. I think that one connects in this one. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, because again, I have not read the rules. So there is that right there. So we'll just put those components right there and take a look at our new board. So let's take a look at the new board right here. And let's see. This one has you driving in a jungle. There looks like it's an active volcano down there. Cool stuff on here. I'm assuming these are the trap symbols. Yep, trap tiles right there. So those are trap symbols. Those are finish lines right there. So we got all that going on for us. And then, we've got this one right here. A lot of gold inlay right here. So that is going to be nice. This actually feels like the normal board, but then we also have got this like almost like a spot UV on the middle, I think, trying to make it seem like, yep, that is supposed to represent the water, so you can kind of see the water a little bit shinier and actually feels a little bit shinier. So they put a lot into this board, so this looks pretty cool. It is upside down, but oh well. Most of you are going to play the game upside down anyway. So there is that. We'll flip it back to this side so I don't damage the gold while I'm going through this video. But yeah, we're going to leave it right there. And we got, are you taped as well? I realized I didn't put the insert back. You are not taped. So, and there was nothing accidentally under that one. So let's go ahead and place that there. And let's look at our cards right here. So we've got a bunch of different cards. Again, another die. This one is yellow, same as the other ones, and just a big giant chunky die. Do they know what that die does? It's just a die. It's just a die right there. There is a new first player marker. We got a ton of new I was gonna say penguins, but that's not the right thing. We've got a ton of new dodos and dinos to look at. We've got new, same projectiles, but we've got new meeples for that to take a look at. Let's go ahead and we're gonna put you back in here. Everyone can still see you. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at our new cards. We're going to find the new ones, though. We're not going to look at necessarily the old ones right here. I know it's just for the expansion. I do wish those wells would have been a little bit deeper, because this one they max out right at the top right here. So as soon as you start sleeving these, it's not going to fit. You are going to need to put these in the other box. So that is, if you want to keep them separately and you are going to be sleeving them, that might pose a small problem. You know, much like me trying to find the tab on this thing of cards. There we go. All right. So these are our, looks like we've got a whole new set of normal cards, or standard cards, or whatever they want to call them. Overpower, Prodigy, Long Dino, Jump, Boring. This card does nothing, except for it gives you a 5 movement, looks like. So there's that. Let's see, Combo, Cautious, Feather. So it's going to be some similar cards in there to the other deck. I'm sure there's different cards that have to go through them and look. I would definitely look at the back of the book, because it will probably tell you what to mix and what not to mix. Mixing movement decks. Combine both decks and expand the possibilities of winning the race. At the end of the game, you can swiftly separate the cards by identifying the icon at the top right corner of the Dodo Dash cards. Top right corner. Top right. Yep. So it's got that Dodo. That's the same as an idol that's in here, the first player mark. So that is how you would separate those cards. So I'm sure there's some things that are similar. I'm sure, absolutely sure, there's some things that are different, but we're not looking through them right now, because at this point of recording, I'm already at 43 minutes. So let's go ahead and open up this package right here. And so these are new aggression cards right here. Early Dino right there. And so we got that. And then those are our green, our reaction cards right there. Fine blocking right there. And then we got new cards. So these are going to be our dash cards. So we'll just look at one right here. Serious Dash. Throw 1 Dodo or 4 damage on a hit. You get 1 random Dodo Idol card. So there's that. And alright, so those are going to be our dash cards, which are added into the game. We'll place those right there. So we do have some different aggression, a normal, and 12 dash and 13 reaction cards. Then this is a mix of cards, unlike what I said before. So we're going to have our racer cards, our Dodo Idol cards, 12 power cards, and 6 charm cards. And then we're going to have our boost cards. Ooh, in here. So, in here. So, put that over there. So, these are our boost cards. So, I'm not sure if how they draw. Again, we'll have to look at them, but these are the boost cards right there. So, somewhere in there they would get, I'm assuming, laid out like so. So there's that right there. So they do make a shape, but we'll keep those like that right there. So there's our boost cards, and then we've got our Dodo Isle cards, so 12 power cards and 6 charm cards. So we'll look at those next. Sorry, racers. So there's the idol cards right there with that on there. And are there different idols? Yep, different idols. Every one has a different one, so you can kind of see the difference in like the art style there. So those are different Dodo Isles, and then we've got our different charms. So the charm and the idol cards look very similar, just 2 different colors. Right there. And then that is what a charm looks like. So we've got that going on right there. All right, so that is going to be our idols and our charms. We'll put that right there. We do have our racers coming up here. We'll show the backs of these. That one looks all sorts of dead. Sharov, Aria, and Paula. Right there. And then Diane and Sarah. So there's that. And then we've got Willies and Spielberg. So there's that. And then Anning and Elena. So we'll see if my wife, Elena, will appreciate that one. Spelled the same way. Bradley and Masashi. So there's that. And then Bane and Owen on the card. Wellhofer and Archie. And Salisbury and Buck. And Sternberg and Alberta, and I will show that side of the card right there, and there's that side. So that is going to be our dinos right there, and then we'll show off the miniatures. There's that, and there is that. And that. And then the deep purple right there. This was definitely, from what I perspective, shown up a little bit better than others, so I do apologize. That one right there. And there is this chonker right here. Oh, look, it's on the cover. And then hopefully this one comes out. This is the one where they're dragging the poor dodo. And this one right here. And this little stork looking one right here. Alright, so that is all of the components for Dodos Riding Dinos, Woo! That's all the components for Dodos Riding Dinos Dodo Dash. I had to actually read the box. So we're not done yet. We got a couple of promo things to quickly open up. Shouldn't be that much. So these were all promos that are, I believe, crossovers with in some way another game. So we've got Babby and Kooks right here, which says Dodos Riding Dinos game is required to play. So that is just from Dodos Riding Dinos, I think. Let's see. Then you've got Servant and Arius. Again, I know these come from another game. I don't know which one they are right off the top of my head. This one, Mecha Chicken Dinosaur, does come from War for Chicken Island, because it's got components where you can play with both games in here. And then this was the Mayhem crossover for Creature Kingdoms. There we go. 3 plastic miniatures, 6 cards. Promotional miniatures requires base games to play characters' abilities by William Burgos, Pepe Macba, and Gabriel Viveros, and Moises Rivera. So there's that. So we got stuff here for War for Chicken Island, Dodos Riding Dinos, Kiwi Chowdown, and Party Panda Pirates. I think that was the one that was added during the backer kit. So we'll take a look at these, because these were actually on the Kickstarter. So we're going to look at Mecha Chicken Dinosaur first and see what that one looks like. And if I can tear through this without being a Neanderthal, I would. So there is that. So there is the miniature in there with its meeple. So they did add the meeple in there. That is pretty nice. And then we're going to have cards in here for both Chicken Island and Dodos Riding Dinos, I believe. So that's how that goes. Let's see here. Come on. Let's see. Alright, so we've got the Mecha Chicken Dinosaur right here from War for Chicken Island. So if you do have that game and you are getting this, so there is what that's going to look like there for you. And then, let's see, I don't know if there's any kind of... So there's this card that also goes for War for Chicken Island in there for that. So there's that. And then I'm assuming these are the cards for Sid Nicholas and Mecha Chicken Demetrodon. So there's the, I think the Racer card for it. And then I don't know what this one is, because this isn't necessarily, that's a Kickstarter exclusive one. This is Krakatoa and cannons. At the end of your turn, build one cannon. At the end of each round, fire cannons. So there is our cards for that one. We'll place that off to the side over here. So we'll go into the next one. We're going to have Servet and Arius. Again, I am pronouncing every name in this game wrong, so I apologize for that. That opened way better. Alright, so let's take a look at our miniature and our meeple. So let's take this out so you can see that a little bit better. My monitor's not showing all like the yellowy ones very well, but that is what that one looks like. So there's that. I'll place that back there, and then these cards were not in anything right there. This is a fold out for, I'm assuming, the game that it goes with, which is Dragon Bond, I think is what that is called. Great Worms of Draco. So I'm assuming that, yeah, Dragon Bond, I think is what that is. And there is his card for that, and then that side. So that is what the reference is for going to be for that game from Draco Studios. So there is that right there. We're going to put you back in there, put you back there, and close you up. And then I was going to say last but not least, but then I got that whole other box over there. So let's go ahead and cut into this one. Come on. Got to one part and didn't want to go. Alright, so this one, we haven't seen this color green yet, so there is our Bebe and Cucks right there. So there is that one right there. And then, let's see, are you going to tell me what you're from as well? Yeah, you are. That is also, looks like, from Great Worms of Draco. So yeah, it's from Dragon Bound right there. So that is our character from there. And they put the card this way on the back artwork, which is nice. And then the card looks like that. So that is going to be those characters. So that is very nice, getting those shown. Again, not knowing I'm not too familiar with Draco Studios, so this is the first game I have from them. So interesting to see the different context for the stuff in there, and like what, I'm glad they put like a little flyer saying like, hey, this is what this is for. So, alright, so now we're going to get to our last bit of... That tape is just really weird, so it's not going to come off nearly as well as it was. Alright, come on, there we go. Alright, so we're going to go over the Mayhem crossover pack right here. These I will take out and show individually. So, oh, I still have cards in there. Why did I take those out? Alright, so you can already see that there's stuff in here from Kiwi Chowdown. Let's see. Let's take a look at the cards right here. Extra cards is always good. Alright. I'm not doing a very good job of separation. Alright, so we've got Dino Cavalry from War for Chicken Island. Right there. Then we've got the 3 racer cards from this game, Dodos Riding Dinos. So we got Pierce, Slash, Chomp, and Stomp right there. So then we've got Axial and Gaddy Exubert right there. And then we've got Rumbo and Megan. There's that one. So that's just a straight shark. And then we've got Arch Admiral Rumbo. So from Party Panda Pirates. I'm assuming then he used that figure. That's why it's in that gray plastic right here. So we'll take a look at each one here. Arch Admiral Rumbo right there from Party Panda Pirates right there. And I guess for sneak peek, that's what the card artwork looks like on the back. Right there. So if you're getting that game or you're in the late pledge, like, there it is. There is our, what is this? Pierce, Slash, Chomp, and Stomp right there. And then we've got our Axial and Gaddy Exubert right there. Which way is the front? That way. So there's that one. And then Axial, which is from Kiwi Chow Down right there. So let's see, what do we got here? So as I said, these are from different games. So let's see, Dino Cavalry, this unit. So this is basically 3 chickens riding on a dinosaur. So this technically goes with this, and then this one goes with this, and then this one goes with this and this. So we've got our, basically, all 3 characters work with Dodos Riding Dinos, but then you can play all 3 of these characters in the other 3 games, the 2 that are already out, and the one that is currently on Pledge Manager right now. So that is everything that I got for Dodos Riding Dinos. I'm glad you guys all stayed tuned for this one. My recording time is just at an hour on this. Hopefully I'll trim some of it down. I am noticing as I'm looking outside in my window over there that the sun has long gone down during this video. But I know this was a long one, but I thank you guys who did stick with me for sticking with me. If you did enjoy this video, you want to see some gameplay of this one. If you would like to see us go through this one as like a tournament series of some sort, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do that and who to involve with something like that. Go ahead and mark those down in the comments below. If you like the video, hit that like button, hit the notification bell to know when we're going to put out any more unboxings or gameplays or anything else of any video series that you enjoy. If there's something else that you would like to see that is always on the back wall, go ahead and let us know about that in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.